Time now is 9:15 and we are back here in the Bender kitchen. So one way to beat the heat is by pouring yourself a glass. The wine guy, our buddy Gary Grunner, is back to share his favorite picks for summer. Hi there.
How are you?
I'm terrific. So I think a lot of people might reach for a beer in summertime, picnics, that type of thing, but you don't need to.
No, absolutely not. And you know what? It is hot outside.
Right.
You know,
I mean, heat wave the last week.
Terrible, terrible. And the same way you dress lighter, the same way you eat lighter, you know what? People tend to drink lighter style wines.
Okay.
So I picked out a selection of wines that really make sense this time of the year for the foods that we're eating, for especially the temperature, because once it gets over 80 degrees, you got to start drinking lighter style wines that match the
you
foods.
want something refreshing.
Yeah, something that has a lot more tropical fruit, a little bit more bananas, a little bit more green apples. So we put together some really nice wines. I have a delicious Donati rosé. Rosés used to be coming out, you know, once a year. Now you can find them all year long. It's really nice. Just you smell that. You smell all the rose petals, the strawberries. You smell all the fruit. It's really delicious. But what's nice about rosés, I mean, you chill them up, you drink them. Rosés are not white Zinfandels.
Okay.
So they're not sweet. And that's where the confusion gets in. They're actually dry. They're wonderful to have before dinner, all through the dinner, and they really are delicious. They're probably right now one of the most popular wines to drink.
Can we just talk about this giant glass for a second? I mean, can you fit a whole bottle of wine in here?
Sometimes it's rough out there, and at the end of the day,
and you need a whole bottle.
And you know, but it's the only glass that I have that's lasted 10 years.
Go
everything,
figure.
Everything else we've broken. So I don't know how that's happened. Now watch what happens when I leave.
Right?
Next one is McNabb's Sauvignon Blanc. I like Sauvignon Blanc. People tend to have a lot more seafood and shellfish. Sauvignon Blanc is the perfect one to go with oysters. It's really crisp. It's aromatic. It's got a little grassy overtone. What I particularly like about this one, it's got a lot of lemon zest to it. So I saw that we had some lemons in here.
We do.
The cool thing is you can actually, when you're tasting some of these wines, you can pick up some of the fruit and you can smell the lemons and you can smell it in the wine, and you actually, you know, you can match up all the pairing of the fruit and the characters of the crystal wines. Now, the other cool thing is we have unoaked Chardonnay. Big trend.
Which is fairly new, right?
It's fairly new. It used to be you would have a bottle of Chardonnay, you'd have a glass and you would smell it. It would be really, really heavy in oak, you know, because it goes into oak for aging, so it'd be really big in vanilla, big in butter. But the problem was it was almost drinking like a 2x4.
It's heavy, right?
It's really too heavy. You really weren't tasting your food. Trends are going down. People are starting to want more unoaked wines. Perfect two examples is Sisters Forever by the Donati family, and then the Reuben Winery just is coming out with something called Pamela's Unoaked. I love these wines. You know, they have great acidity, they got great balance, extremely good in characters, and what I like about them, you taste the lemon zest, you taste the bananas, you taste all the fruit, and it actually pairs well.
Excuse me.
God bless you.
Thank you, Gary.
You agree. Sneezing on the truth. So you really get something really, really nice. And I like unoaked wines. And you also notice that the first four were screw caps. Easiest ones
bring it to a
with.
picnic, much easier. Now, Gary, we have about 45 seconds left. You could still have a red wine in the summertime.
So just to take you through the most important thing, I'll go talk real quickly. You have Replica, another Chardonnay with a little butter. Pinot Gris is the same thing as Pinot Grigio, so you're going to have some really nice green apples. But the cool thing is, you know, the joke is real men do drink rosé, so you'll see a guy out in the restaurant smoking a cigar or drinking a rosé because they're really sophisticated wines. The rule is lighter style wines with lighter style foods. But you know what? If I'm drinking a Pinot Noir, a lighter style wine like a Pinot Noir or a Côte d'Aron, I love Santa Barbara Pinot Noir, I love Rocco Pinot Noirs, I love even this Donati Merlot. If it's 90 degrees or 80 degrees, it's okay to put it in the refrigerator to give it a little chill. And there's nothing wrong with it. You know, so the most important thing with any wine that you drink, you enjoy it the way you like it. Right?
Sounds good to me. Gary, thank you so much for being here. We'll check you out on Instagram, Twitter. You're so good at answering all of our questions, too.
I appreciate it.
All right. Cheers, right?
Well, cheers and stay cool and drink lighter in the summer.
Well, there you go. So coming up next on